looks like he might be audible on the play around. Drops back in the pocket, throws it underneath the Golden Tate. Going to be about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Pick up the first down. And just to elaborate a little bit on what you were saying there, this run game really is going to be key, because if they can get Abdullah going, then it's going to open up so much for Stafford with the play action passes. And I just don't know that the Lions can be stopped once they're moving like that.
Yeah, they already have a dominant passing game. If they can get the run game going, it's going to be really hard to stop a team that's already really, really good.
We're going to have Stafford sitting here 3 wide. Just step back in the pocket. Nearly picked off, but Calvin ends up catching that somehow. That was a risky throw there for Stafford on first down.
Yeah, that's not a lot of teams around the league can make that pass, but you got a strong quarterback and a great receiver. You can fit those passes in there.
Yeah, you got to trust what you got in Calvin over there. 4 wide set here for Stafford. Single back again. 3 down linemen for the Vikings. Stafford drops back, throws it up over to Golden Tate, breaks a tackle, down to the 6. Beautiful play.
The thing with the Lions offense, you have Calvin Johnson, who's obviously dominant, but then you have Corey Fuller and Golden Tate, both over 600, almost 700 yards. They both can do a lot of the same things, and you don't know how to prepare for both of them while having Calvin Johnson there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, with Calvin Johnson being such a dominant force there, but especially down in this red zone here, you got some other big receivers, and you got a big tight end, Eric Ebron, too, so I wouldn't be surprised if they start looking his way around this area.
Absolutely.
All right, that's going to be Abdul up middle. Nice broken tackle to negate a 2-yard loss, turn it into a 2-yard gain. That's something that you want to see Abdullah doing. You want to see him drop off those negative rushing attempts, because that's really hurting him this season.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as we were saying, this is a spot in the field where Stafford really strives. He has those big targets in Corey Fuller, big target with Eric Ebron, Calvin Johnson. There's just so many ways he can go right here in the red zone, which is a spot where many teams seem to be fumbling, or having issues. It's going to be a blitz here. Could have been picked off. A little overthrown there and behind the receiver there. Not a great throw by Stafford. Now it's going to leave us with 3rd and goal here.
Yeah, that's one of the very few mistakes you'll see Stafford make. Just a little bit of an overthrow there, but it wasn't costly to the offense. Still gives them a shot here on 3rd down to pick up a touchdown.
Yeah, and this is a spot where you really want to see Matt Stafford and the Lions get a touchdown. A field goal is always nice. Take the points when you can get them. But after having a great drive like this, you really want to walk away with 6 and not 3. It looks like the Lions didn't like what they were seeing with the defensive setup there, according to the personnel they had out there. So they're going to go ahead and burn their first timeout of the half here, and it looks like we might be getting a new play picked.
This is a big game. There's still two games left between these two, this one and then another one, and with the Vikings allowing 12 points a game, this is a big play coming up.
Yes, it is. And it looks like Stafford's going to have 4 wide, motioning Theo Riddick out to the right, throws to Theo Riddick, and they're not going to give it to him. I thought he had that. I really thought he was in there. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Lions toss a challenge flag right here.
Yeah, that definitely looked like that. That's a touchdown. That's a big stop for the Vikings there. That's a difference between a touchdown and a field goal, and that could really be big coming down the stretch.
Absolutely. High-powered Lions offense like that, you'll take them getting a field goal every single drive if you can stop them getting a touchdown, especially when they're in the red zone like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely with this strongman offense.
Cordell Patterson with a nice cut to the outside, stays on his feet. Then he's going to go down about the 28-yard line here. So with the Vikings starting their drive here now, something I think they're going to need to focus on, as I said last game actually when I was broadcasting the Vikings, they're going to need to get AP going. The Lions, their defense isn't the best this year, but they're not bad. They're forcing a lot of turnovers, so you don't want to leave Teddy out there throwing interceptions and forcing him to throw the ball. You want to get AP, your best back in the league going. So that's what I want to see the Vikings do here to get them going. And we have Mike Wallace on the right side in motion. And he's gonna, ooh, risky throw. Actually looks like if he would have thrown it a little softer, could have got it up and over the head of the defender there. But risky throw in the first play for Teddy. It's not something that you wanna get accustomed to this game.
And to your point about how this offense can succeed, 11 touchdowns, 18 interceptions for Bridgewater so far in the year. Ball security is going to be huge if they're going to upset the Lions today.
Absolutely. And we're gonna have another bunch set here for Minnesota. See where Teddy's looking. Thursday to underneath to Mike Wallace. Going to be about a 6-yard gain. Nice play on second down. Is going to leave you with a very third and manageable play here.
You would expect to see some sort of high dose of Adrian Peterson coming up here.
Yeah, I'm surprised to not see AP giving the ball on either of those first two plays, as if they don't get this first down, that's going to be a first drive without even using AP. Actually, AP's not even on the field here. They got McKinnon back there, so let's see what they're going to do here. Like Teddy's all about something, takes the snap, steps back, throws up the middle into triple coverage. That was just a really bad read by Teddy right there. I don't know what he possibly saw.
Yeah, and that first drive is a little confusing by the Vikings. As good as this Detroit Lions defense is, they're only middle of the road, 15th in rush defense. So you would think Adrian Peterson would be a big use to be able to beat these Lions.
Yeah, we're going to have looks like an illegal block in the back there on that punt, so that's going to set the Lions up really deep into their own territory on the 11-yard line. I think Matt Stafford on this drive is really going to be looking to put up a touchdown here. I know it's still early in the game, but that's really the key. Is you want to make the Vikings feel like they're playing from behind early, and then that will eliminate AP from the game, and that'll really help them in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, now we're going to have Stafford lining up under pistol, takes the snap, looking downfield, throws it almost swatted down by the linebacker there, but that's going to be Golden Tate for an 11-yard gain and a first down. Nice play by Stafford there. A little risky throw, but nice play.
That's why he's leading for MVP right now. He stood in the face of pressure, got the ball out, completed the pass, picked up a first down for his team.
Yeah, and like you said, that's what makes Matt Stafford an MVP type candidate. Not many quarterbacks are going to sit in there and take the hit and get that throw off. A lot of them will throw it away or flush out the pocket quickly. And looks like we're going to have fake handoff. Ooh, if he almost picked off, and if Calvin was able to come down with that, he could have taken that thing for 6. That was a nice play call by the Detroit Lions, but a bad read. Maybe threw it a little too early.
Yeah, just a little bit higher. Maybe it develops a little bit more, and you let Calvin get a lead on that guy. It's kind of coming out at a bad angle. I don't think he could have kept up with Calvin if he had just waited a half second more, maybe a second more. Could have been a huge play.
Yeah, he really aggressively played that ball, and it wasn't, it worked out in his favor, but wasn't necessarily the right move. And Stafford's going to get sacked here on second down. The big sack for second down, leave the Lions with third and long. Vikings defense got to be happy with what they're seeing on this drive so far. Forcing Stafford to throw some tight passes in coverage and then getting the sack. Great play.
See, this is where we could have been on the first drive. If it hadn't been for that defensive penalty, they put the Lions in third and long, but it was taken away by the penalty. But here they are, third and long. This is something that the Vikings defense can be excited about.
Yeah. Now we're going to have Stafford line up here with trips set on the left side. That's going to be a huge pickup to Corey Fuller. Can't believe the Vikings allowed that to happen on third and long.
Yeah, definitely. This is a team that's second in passing yards, but third and long, just can't let that happen.
Yeah, you can't leave the markers that wide open. I mean, there was really no one even near Fuller when he caught that ball. And we're also going to have another trip set here with Stafford. Handoff up the middle to Abdullah. And he's not going to gain much, actually. He doesn't look like he gains anything at all there. And those are the runs that you don't really want to see from Abdullah. A little bit predictable. I think the Vikings kind of knew they were coming from the same set again. They were going to run the ball. And that's going to end our first quarter. Pretty defensive battle so far. It's only 3-0 Detroit. But Detroit's really dominated this game. I think the Vikings only have 4 yards to that whole first quarter. Stafford's going to take it, looking for the screen to Abdullah, and he breaks a tackle, see if he can turn upfield. takes it past the first down, missed tackle. Going to be about a 15 or to 20-yard gain on that. It was a great play. Really set up by the broken tackle by Abdullah. I didn't think he was going to be able to bust out of that, but he was. Excellent play call by the Detroit Lions offense there.
Yeah, and that's just a case of where you get your playmakers the ball, and they make one guy miss and then make a big play happen. So good play there. Good play by Abdullah, picking up a big first down for this team.
Yeah, and then in the long run, I think it's really going to help that run game too. Just because you're getting Abdullah going, you're getting him involved in the game. I think he's going to be looking to get those carries a little more now. He's going to be looking to make something happen now that he's more in the zone. He knows he can do it. So it looks like Stafford might be audibling something out here. Handing it off to Abdullah. He's got a crease up the middle. That's going to be a nice 8-yard gain. Abdullah's really having a solid rushing performance, save for about, I think, the one play he had a no-yard gain, but he's running for a solid 4 to 5 yards every carry so far.
And I think as he begins to develop, in the past it used to be Joyce Bell would hammer it up the middle, and then you'd put Abdullah in to do the shaky stuff. But I think now that he's got some time to develop here as he picks up a first down, he's becoming a back that can do it all, and that's not really given any keys for the defense to play off of.
Yeah, and a simple run like that one we just saw is really something that the Detroit Lions want to see out of Abdullah. Because like you said, Bell was the guy for those short yards carries. He was up the middle kind of guy. But when you can get Abdullah in there on 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, and have him run between the tackles and pick up that first down, it's something that you really want to see out of him, being the more finesse back that he is. And we're going to have another 4-wide bunch set here by Stafford. He's going to hand it off up the middle to Abdullah, and another big hole up the middle for another 4 or 5 yard gain on there. This Vikings defense, they're carrying on the pass too much. They're not trying to stop Abdullah at all, and he's just able to keep running it right up the middle.
Yeah, it's looking like maybe the Lions' game plan's kind of working out. They got the defense trying to stop the pass, and they're just going to run it until they come up for the run, and then they're going to hit him with a big pass.
Yeah, perfect game plan. I gotta give the hats off to the coach there, and that's going to be close to a first down to Ebron for Stafford there. Let's look at the spotting. Look like they're not going to give it to him 3rd and inches. So let's see what the Lions call here. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, to see the Lions take a deep shot. They trust Stafford's arm. They trust Calvin Johnson on the outside, and I could definitely see them taking a shot to the end zone here with their high-powered offense.
Yeah, this could be just like I was talking about. Setting them up to try and stop the run and hit them with a big pass right here.
Yeah, of course. Vikings probably think it's going to be something short, so something long, and it looks like the defense is set up to get something long too. He's got Calvin open deep, but he didn't throw it there. But it's still going to be a touchdown over there. Great play by Stafford. Great read. He had a couple guys open on that play. He really could have done whatever he wanted with the ball.
Yeah, and that's a big play on 3rd and inches against this Vikings defense. I'm not really sure what's going on, but Stafford killing it.
Yeah, and that's really something as a Vikings defensive coach that you don't want to see. You don't want to give up those 3rd and short plays that turn into a 25-yard touchdown or however far that touchdown was. Contain them. Give your defense a chance to get to another 3rd down and really hold it in that tight spot it is in the red zone where it's harder to score. So really poor play by the defense there. So let's see what we got here. The second drive for the Vikings. Looks like it's going to be a handoff to AP on the first play of the outside, and he's not able to turn the corner. Only going to be about a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, and I think if they want to win this game, they have to just ride AP down to the end zone, put up 7, make it a 3-point game. I think AP is going to be a big part of a drive to get you into the end zone coming up.
Yeah, I mean, he really should be a big part of the offense. He's the best running back in the league. You got to go through AP. You can't go through a troubling quarterback. And it's going to be another handoff up the middle of AP. Didn't like the read AP made there. If he would have waited a little bit, followed his fullback up the middle, I think he could have gotten close to the first down, but instead he wanted to try to make the big play happen, get to the outside, and it didn't quite work out for him.
Yeah, I definitely saw a hole up the middle there. AP saw something different. Now we got a 3rd and 5 coming up.
Yep. And here we go. We're gonna have a bunch set here by the Vikings. See where he's looking. looking short to Jarius Wright, and he is able to pick up the first down. Just barely able to break out of that tackle and get past the line of scrimmage, or sorry, the first down marker there. Great play,
Yeah,
though.
running right into Eric Weddle there, but he couldn't make the tackle, and they pick up a first down.
Yeah, and that's not something in the long run you're going to want to see from the Vikings, because you don't want to have to rely on your players breaking tackles, pick up first downs. And another run there by AP that I just really didn't like the run. If he would have just cut a half step inside, he had a huge hole to run through, at least 10 yards untouched up the field. But he tried to cut it outside into his offensive lineman and just didn't get a good run on it.
Yeah, that's looking like a thing here happening. He's got 3 or 4 carries, and I think we can see 2, 3, maybe even all his carries. You see a hole open up, and he makes a decision to the outside where he could cut up the middle and hit him for a big chunk of yardage to get him down towards the end zone.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's a sign of age. I wouldn't think that it would be age for AP that's doing that. Maybe a sign of AP not fully trusting his offense, and he wants to make the big plays himself, trying to get to the outside and use his legs that aren't quite what they used to be, though. So there we go. We hit the 2-minute warning, and then the Lions are going to go ahead and burn a timeout. They're not liking the defense they called against the personnel the Vikings brought out here. So it's going to be a big drive, though, for the Vikings, because like you said a few minutes ago, you really want to see the Vikings score here, because they do get the ball back at half. So if they're able to put up 3 or preferably 7, it's going to be a big lift up for their offense.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge drive right now, and 7 points is big against the Lions.
And there
right
it
now.
is, a sack. It's just what you didn't want to have happen. I didn't really like the play call. Teddy, I believe, it looked like he was just staring down one receiver, and he wasn't able to get away from the sack. So that's a huge play for the Lions there. And if Teddy completes the pass short here, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Lions burn a timeout to get the ball back here. And we're gonna have 5 wide split out here. No one in the backfield. Hayes looking downfield, going to throw it across the middle, drop by Cordell Patterson. Even though it was a drop, I really didn't like the play, didn't like the pass. It was still in double coverage. I would have been more surprised if Patterson did end up coming down with the ball there.
Yeah, if you want to be a big NFL receiver, if you want to move from the special teams games to becoming an NFL receiver, you got to make that catch. Big third down play.
Yeah, it was. And here we're going to go. We're going to have a return to the outside. We're going to go to the 30. This is a big drive for the Lions. I don't want to see them be safe and sit on the ball here. I want to see them apply the pressure, drive them the field, and get a touchdown. If they can get a touchdown here, it's really going to put the Vikings, even though they're getting the ball at halftime, it's really going to put them behind the 8 ball. They're going to feel they need to come out and pass the ball, which is their weakest part of their offense, with all the interceptions Teddy has. And it's really going to make them feel they need to pass this ball to get back in the game, and it's going to take their best weapon away from them. So the Lions, I think, really need a touchdown right here. We're going to have 4 wide set for Stafford here. Single back. Looks like he might be motioning a wide receiver around here. And it's going to be a draw up the middle to Abdullah. Ooh, if he was just able to cut inside, it would have had a little gain, but not quite able to do so. It's going to be a 2-yard loss there. Little questionable call there on first down by the Lions with the halfback draw.
Yeah, and now 2nd and 12, you're not sure what they're going to do. I still think that they're going to attack. I think they need to attack.
Yeah, I would think they're going to attack here as well, like I said earlier, and see where Stafford's going. It's going to get hit as he throws. The ball's just going to fall short behind him. Now with the 3rd and long, if I was the Lions coach or an offensive coordinator here, I would call either some kind of draw again or maybe a little screenplay, something to keep the clock going, because you don't want to stop the clock again and give the Vikings the ball back with all 3 timeouts now to give them another chance to possibly do something with the ball. And because Stafford's going to sit back in the pocket, but he's got someone open up the middle, but he's not able. Ebron's not able to bring that down in the coverage. So Vikings are going to get the ball back here, and let's see if they're able to move anything downfield like the Lions were not able to do here.
Yeah, the big thing there was no turnover. You thought maybe if they could have just run the ball, kept the clock going, get into halftime. But, they didn't turn the ball over, which was big.
Cordell Patterson with a pretty decent return to the outside. Looks like it's probably going to be a gain of about 14 or 15 yards in that kick return there. Like I said, you want to see maybe Teddy Teddy get some yards here and get some chemistry going with the wide receivers. But the last thing you want to see here is a turnover. Don't gift the ball back right to the Lions so they can score. So you just had a huge stop on defense. So let's see what they're able to do here on this drive. He's got someone wide open right up the middle, and he hits him. That's going to be the rookie. And also, we want to add 15 yards with a face mask. That's a big
mistake.
That is huge. With a Vikings offense that has basically been non-existent the entire first half, they finally get one good pass off, and then you're gonna give them 15 free yards on a face mask. The Detroit Lions owner cannot be happy right now. And now they're having a tight cover zero right here. So where Teddy goes, not able to get the ball off in time. He had a couple guys he might have been able to throw it up to deeper, but he's not able to get it off. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 now on the 35.
Yeah, and Detroit letting the Vikings get in here where maybe worst case they get a field goal. But I mean, that still makes it a 1-touchdown game going into halftime. Letting up that big play, and then the penalty on top of that. Detroit can't be happy right now.
All right, and we're going to see Terry line up here, 3 wide set, tight end lined up behind the line, handed up the middle to AP. He makes a nice read up the middle, but that might be coming back for holding. Let's see what the flag's on here. And yes, it is holding on the center. I know that's a problem the Vikings have had this year is with their offensive line and the holding, and that's big not only for eliminating that nice run by AP, but it's really putting them on the edge of field goal range right now. So now they have to pick up more yards to get this field goal. That was a bad play there.
Yeah, that penalty is huge. Can't have that.
That's a nice play over the middle of Mike Wallace. Big pass by Teddy into tight coverage. Beautiful catch by Mike Wallace. But to touch on something we were talking about just a minute ago, the Vikings got to be happy right now. They thought they were going into the half, going to be down 10-0, possibly with the line scoring again. But now they're able to get the ball back, drive down the field, and they might even be able to get a touchdown here before the half. So let's see what happens here. And he's got a wide receiver open in the corner, but he's not able to get the ball off in time. That's almost going to be a sack, but the ball just falls incomplete behind him. I think Teddy needs to be a little quicker. There's a couple times where I've seen some open guys, and I think Teddy's seen the open guys as well, but he's just not able to get the ball off in time.
Yeah, and I think that at that first down, you want to take a shot. You got to make sure you get the ball off. Just worst thing, you just throw it out of the back of the end zone, but don't risk taking a sack in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. A little short pass to Mike Wallace. I'm not really sure on the play call there. It didn't seem like that really helped out too much. It's still got a 3rd and long with one timeout left. So let's see if they're going to take a shot past the first down marker or into the end zone right here. Teddy gets hit as he throws it, but he's able to pick up the first down to Wallace. And they're going to burn a timeout. With 6 seconds left here, Lip, do you think they're going to take one shot into the end zone, or do you think they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal here?
I think that 6 yards, you can get a playoff in 6 seconds. That you throw something high, you either overthrow it or it gets batted down, and don't throw anything right to a defender where it can get picked off and leave yourself a couple seconds to kick the field goal.
Yeah, and something else too. Make sure you throw the ball into the end zone. Oh, almost. That was a great play there by Teddy. Great throw, but Jarius Wright isn't able to come down with it. Now with 3 seconds left, you got to kick the field goal. But that was a good play by Teddy. What you cannot do there is you cannot throw the ball in front of the end zone. You got to get it in there, and that's what he did. Unfortunately, Jarius Wright was not able to come down with it. But all in all, I think the Vikings have to be happy with those 3 points as they were looking to go into the half down scoreless. They're actually able to pick up some yards, get a little decent drive going to end the half. So hopefully that's going to be something that translates over into this half here. And Cordell Patterson, I'm not really sure on that kickoff return there. I think he wanted to make a play happen, but he could have probably got another 5 or 10 yards if he just ran up the middle. But he cut straight east and west on that 20-yard line and didn't pick up any more yards there.
Well, that play before the half there, and it was a great play by Teddy. The guy's got to make the catch, but like you said, the pass wasn't completed before the end zone. They still had time to kick field goal, make it a 1-touchdown game. I think that was a great choice by the Vikings, and it worked out well for them.
Yep, and getting AP involved early on this drive, going to be a 5-yard gain on the first play. That's something that I think we both really want to see out of the Vikings. AP's only through the first half 3 carries. That was his 4th carry of the game, and a player like that, even if he's not producing right away, you got to keep giving him the ball, man. That's what he's there for. See what Teddy does here. He's got a receiver open up the middle. Nice play. Way to wait in the pocket there and find an open receiver. And that's going to be a nice 15-yard gain for Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, that was a good play. Good play. Good patience there to wait for something to get open. But I still would love to see AP hammer the football.
Yep. You want to keep giving the guy the football. He is the best back in the league for a reason. And we're going to have a play fake to AP. And Teddy is just able to get the ball off. That seems to be a recurring story of this game is Teddy constantly getting hit and just getting the pass off before taking the sack. I mean, as a coach, you got to be kind of happy that your quarterback's not taking the sack. But again, you don't want to see him trying to force these passes in the face of pressure because it's ultimately only going to end bad for you. And now we're going to have 2nd and 10 here. 3 wide set for Teddy and single back. Looks like he might be audible in the play here. See where he's looking. He's got a couple receivers open up the middle, but he goes short and set to AP. That's a rookie read there. Rookie play by Teddy. He had a couple guys downfield, but he's not making the read. He's keeping it short.
Yeah, he definitely had a guy run past the linebackers there. Had chance for a big play, but now they're in a 3rd and 6.
Yep, and this is something that you don't want to see be a trend. The Lions still have a good defense, and they're able to stop these plays. And risky throw there, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. I think Teddy got thrown off a little bit because his wide receiver got thrown off his route by bumping into the linebacker. So, not a very happy drive for the Vikings there. Didn't get too much success out of it. So let's see if they're able to stop the Lions here, because if the Lions scored a touchdown here, it's going to be trouble for the Vikings. If the Lions are able to get some time, go off the clock, and get a touchdown, it's really going to leave the Vikings with minimal time left.
Yeah, I think a touchdown here might put the Vikings in that situation where they start to move even further away from the run, and that puts them in a dangerous position.
And so we're going to have a Calvin Johnson up the middle wide open, going to be 8-yard gain. And yeah, I mean, not that you can get away from the run much more than the Vikings have. Their ratio right now is 16 passes to 4 rushes. I just don't understand it when you have the best running back in the league, how you only give him the ball 4 times and you're throwing the ball 4 times more than you're handing him the ball.
Yeah, that's a big question of this game so far, especially against a good pass defense, but a rush defense that has some holes that you can hit in it. But hopefully they can get AP the ball more and pick up some first downs and get a score.
Yeah, and that's going to be an incomplete pass there for Stafford on that 2nd down attempt. Great defense by the Vikings. Honestly, I didn't really see anyone open. It looks like they were pretty much locked down on all the receivers there. So Stafford with the safe throw wasn't really in contested coverage, but the receivers not able to come down with this. So let's see what they do here on 3rd down. They got a 4-wide set with a halfback. Maybe they might call a draw play here or a short pass to Calvin or something here. They got Calvin up the middle, and he's going to be able to come down with it. Huge play. Matt Stafford, Calvin Johnson. It's a combination we've heard for a few years, and I believe we'll still be hearing for a few years to come.
Yeah, that's a huge play. That's something you can do with Calvin Johnson because he's going to go up to get the ball, down to get the ball. He's going to make the catch.
And then we got Stafford again here. 3 wide set, coming out of shotgun again. So he gets handed off to Abdullah, cuts out to the outside. Going to be about a 4-yard gain there, but yeah, huge play, and that's really what Calvin Johnson does for you. And the establishment of this run game keeps the Vikings defense honest on 3rd and short, and you got someone like Calvin who can go over the top and make a play like that, so you're not forced to throw short on the 3rd and short play. Really opens everything up for you. Remember, play action here to Abdullah. Picked off. Wow, that's huge. He might take that for 6, but there's a flag here. I wonder what that's on. If that comes back for the Vikings, that's going to be terrible. See what we have here. It's going to be an illegal block in the back. Wow.
That's a huge penalty because that takes away 6 points. They still get the ball, but just a mindless mistake that takes away points from your team.
That's just That's just terrible. For a Vikings offense that is done close to nothing all game, they'll be happy to get the 7 points back on this drive, but that coach could not be happy over there right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think if you want to take away something positive, maybe that you've got some life now. You got some excitement on your sideline that you can put into this offense and go down and score.
Yeah, and we're going to have Teddy up line here again. Single back, tight set. A nice read by AP there at the middle. Going to be a big run. That's what we want to see get going for AP there. But like you said, the Vikings need that momentum. You know, going into Detroit with a division game, playing away at your opponent's stadium, you got to take any kind of momentum you can get, and that's something they really want there. And AP is going to run into the back of his own lineman right there. It's going to be a 0-yard gain, 3rd and 4, but a very manageable 3rd down here.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that pick six that was brought back for a while, as this is a huge game for the Vikings. A bunch of other teams in the NFC are 8-5. This team's 7-5. They really need this win to stay in it.
Yeah, I mean, so let's go ahead to play here. He's got McKinnon up the middle. Let's see if they give him. That's actually really close. McKinnon wasn't able to turn the ball. They're going to give it to him 1st down. That was a close play. But, yeah, if the Vikings do get a touchdown here, they'll probably forget about the pick six and just be happy they had a good drive. But if they don't get a touchdown here, that coach is going to be mad they weren't able to capitalize off of the interception and then had to take away the 6 points from the touchdown.
Yeah, and on offense here for the Vikings, you're playing some risky football whenever on these downs where you need a 1st down and you're throwing the ball behind the 1st down and really relying on your guys to get it there. That could have easily been 4th down. I'm not sure what the Vikings are doing here.
Yeah, we're going to have Teddy line up shotgun again here, 3 wide set with AP in the backfield here. Let's see. Looks like he's going to call a run play at the outside. Cuts up the middle. Nice cut. Going to be the 1st down. Something I want to touch on too a little bit. With the whole throw beneath the line here, I see the Vikings get into a lot of 3rd downs here. It seems like other than this play actually just happened, they're really unable to pick up any 1st downs on a 1st or 2nd down. Seems like they're constantly getting into 3rd down situations. And wide open up the middle of Mike Wallace. It's going to be down to the 2-yard line. That was a huge play by Teddy. Wide open wide receiver up the middle. Great play.
That's a big time throw. I know it was kind of wide open, but you need 7 points, and that's a big throw by a young quarterback.
Yep, and right on the goal line, I don't think you need to be fancy at all. You see the line stacked in the box. Don't try to get fancy. Just running up the gut, either AP or the fullback. Give it to someone right up the middle. And that's going to be the fullback. Looks like he's gonna gain about a yard. Gonna be on like the inches mark. Just give it to AP here. Like I said, don't get fancy. Let your guy get the touchdown here. Don't throw an interception. And Teddy's gonna take it with the sneak, and he is able to get in. So that's barring the extra point is good. It's gonna be a 10-10 game here with just about 25 seconds left in this quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter how you do it. Fullback, quarterback, doesn't matter. It's 10-10. That was huge, getting a touchdown off that turnover by Matthew Stafford and the Lions. Now they're back in it. It's an even game. We got about a quarter left. Hopefully it gets real exciting soon.
And here we go. We have the kickoff. It's going to be a decent return out to about the 21-yard line. I really wouldn't be surprised right here to see the Lions come out and attack right away. Stafford's not known for throwing many interceptions, and when he does, I think that coach wants to get his confidence back, and I think he wants to get that confidence back quick. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them start stretching the field right away here. And there we go. Stafford's out with 4 wides here. Looks like he might be motioning something. Takes the snap and sit in the pocket. He's got a player open. Risky throw. Calvin Johnson's able to come up and catch it though. That's a big play for about 18, 19 yards there. Stafford throws the coverage, but Calvin Johnson does what Calvin Johnson does. He's able to come up and make the catch. Big play.
Yeah, and Stafford had forever to throw there to let Calvin get the whole way across the field. That was a big play.
Calvin does it again, able to go up and over Xavier Rhodes for a big catch. But yeah, like you said with the time, I mean, There's been a couple plays where Stafford's been rushed, but for the most part, he's able to sit there and do as he wishes in the pocket. There's really minimal pressure by this Vikings defense.
It's very tough to let Matt Stafford have all that time, but at the same time, what can you do whenever you've got Calvin and then a supporting cast that has got a lot of skill to it?
Yeah, I mean they have weapons for days over there. They have arguably one of the best 1-2 wide receivers in the league, and then a great athletic young tight end here as well. So they have so many options. You just don't know where it's going. And Stafford's going to take this start up the almost picked off another rare mistake there by Stafford, overthrowing Golden Tate at the middle, and Harrison Smith almost able to pick that off, but he's not able to bring it in cleanly. So that's going to be a 2nd and 10 here.
Yeah, that could have been a costly mistake. I think that maybe you come back with a couple runs, pick up first down, let Stafford relax, hit some short stuff, and then get him back into his shot taking.
Yeah, I don't think we've actually seen any runs here by Abdul on this drive, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that first one right here. Oh, that might be a false start there. Yes, it is. It looks like the Lions players are arguing that it was on the defense for jumping, but the officials are going to call on the Lions. That's going to be a costly 5 yards.
Yeah, definitely a big mistake there by the Lions offensive line.
Yeah, because especially too because they were getting close to getting into field goal range, but now it's just going to settle back even farther. And it's going to be another screen that Abdullah, if he was just able to get past that linebacker, that could have been a big play. But instead, a great read by the Vikings middle linebacker there, and he's able to get that for a very short gain.
Yeah, that's a great read. That could have been a huge play, like we've talked about. Abdullah's very athletic, great agility, fast. He's got a lot of things that he can do. That could have been a huge play, but great play by the defense there.
Yeah, and he had linemen blocking in front of him too, so he could have had some yards there. Let's see what Stafford and company does here. 3 wide set on 3rd down. He's got a couple guys open. Throws up the middle to Ebron, and he's able to bring it down in the coverage. Great play by Eric Ebron. That is the kind of play that you want to see out of your young tight end.
Yeah, that's a huge catch. 3rd and 14. He goes up and grabs it for his team. I think that Stafford and Calvin have been doing it for a long time. I think that Stafford and Ebron are going to do it for a long time too.
Yeah. And there we go. We have first down here. Another 3 wide set. Hands up the middle. Abdullah makes a cut to the outside. Only going to be a 3-yard gain. But yeah, as a Vikings defense, I don't know what you're going to do. You got Calvin out there making plays. You have Golden Tate, quick, agile, short hands making plays. And you got another threat, and Eric Ebron, who's fast coming off the line as a tight end, going up and making plays. I mean, it's lethal.
Yeah, there's so much that you have to think about. There's just so many options over there.
Yeah. And here we go. We got Stafford again, 2nd and 7, looking downfield. Throws it wide open. Golden Tate, touchdown. Huge play. Great read by Stafford. Great throw, wide open.
See, that's huge for the Lions, because now the Vikings, with the offense the way it's been today, now they're forced to get a touchdown to keep this game going. And the offense has kind of been up and down. They had a great drive last time. Hopefully they can keep it up and tie this ballgame up.
Yeah, and that's just something Stafford's been able to do all year. And I said it at the start of the drive, this Lions coaching staff, they don't want to have Stafford dwell on that interception. They're going to come out. They're going to go out firing. I think they only ran the ball one time in that whole drive. They want to get Stafford involved right after the interception, get his confidence back, and it works out wonders for them. He's able to get a wonderful 20-25-yard touchdown pass that Tate there on 2nd down.
Yeah, and I think that Abdullah is even though he had touched the ball one time that drive, the fact that he can run the ball up the middle, outside, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, take the screens, big time guy on the offense that draws a lot more attention and allows for all these different things to happen.
Yeah, and there we go again. Teddy Bridgewater pressure and just hit with the ball off. You can see him frustrated right now. And this is exactly what the Vikings defense needs to start doing. They're giving Stafford so much time, and even if the Lions defense isn't the greatest, they're able to get pressure on Teddy. They're forcing him to make some quick reads or not get the ball off at all, and it's really paying off dividends for them on defense. To see what they have here on a bunch set. Looks like they're going to throw a screen out to the left. and able to pick up a nice block. So McKinney was able to get 5 yards. Going to have another third down here. Is many third downs for the Vikings, and I don't know they're going to be able to keep converting it if they keep setting it up like this for the whole drive.
And as we've seen, passes in front of the first down, forcing your guys to break tackles to pick them up. So let's see what they do here.
We got 3 wide set here. McKinnon in the backfield. AP's not in on this play. And he's starting over up the middle. Another risky throw, Jarius Wright, but he is able to bring it down for the first down. I got to kind of contribute a little bit of those short passes, though, to the success of this Lions pass rush. They're getting in Teddy's face, and they're forcing him to make quick reads, and that's really, could ultimately be the factor of why they're throwing the ball short so many times. And now we'll see what Teddy can do here on first down. It's like a play-action pass. Gets in the face again. Ezekiel Ansah, with the sack. It's been the story of this game. It's only his first sack, but he's been in the face constantly of Teddy Bridgewater, and he's able to get the sack there.
Yeah, and I think the press on that play by the defense caused huge problems for Bridgewater reading there.
Yep. He's able to bounce back quickly, though. Big pass to his tight end, Kyle Rudolph, and it's able to pick up the first down. But you still can't be happy with the way that your offensive line is performing. You've had a holding call against them, and they're just not able to stop the Lions. The Lions aren't even blitzing. They're bringing 3, bringing 4, and they're able to get in the back every single time. So see, we got delayed handoff to McKinnon here. And looks like that's Ansah again in the backfield. He's just been a force this game. Even though he's only had a couple tackles, he's right there. He's right in Teddy's face, and he is just causing havoc for this Vikings offensive line.
Yeah, and you hear people all the time talk about the stats that aren't on the stat sheet, getting pressure on the quarterback. He's been in the face of Teddy Bridgewater all day.
Yep, all day. He's a huge part, one of the most vital parts of this for this Lions defense here. Let's see what Teddy's got here. Quick out route to the rookie Brian. It's going to be a big play. Going to leave him with a third down, but a third down and short, very manageable here. They got to pick this up, though. The clock is ticking down. We're getting close to 2-minute warning. It's 4-down territory. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see a handoff to AP here to try to get the first or leave you with 4th and inches.
Yeah, I think you see AP right up the middle.
Yep, especially with the way that this Lions defense is set up. You get the fullback, huge run there. Kind of poor play calling by the Lions. I don't really know why they spread the defenders out so much. It's 4-down territory and it was 3rd and short. I didn't see them doing anything other than a run on that play. We got the hurry up coming here out of Teddy, and see if they can get this play off for a 2-minute warning. Just get the snap off in time, and he's a risky throw there, short play to Brian, only going to be a couple-yard gain. As we hit the 2-minute warning, this is going to be the most crucial couple plays following for the Vikings here. Every situation is 4-down territory. I would be surprised seeing them kick a field goal. Ultimately they could if they had faith in their defense. But against this Lions offense, with how they're picking them apart, I don't have faith in that defense. So I would see every situation as being 4-down territory.
Yeah, I think if you had the time of a full drive to allow or to try to stop them, it would be different. But I think with the Lions only needing to pick up one first down if they would get the ball back, I think you have to go for it every time here.
And here we go. We got a snap here. He's got a couple guys open. I don't know what Teddy's looking at. He had the tight end wide open in the flat right there. And when the defender actually did pull down to cover him, he had the guy, on the outside post route there wide open. I'm not really sure what Teddy was looking at. But, what I was going to say here was I wouldn't be surprised to see the Vikings get AP involved right here because ultimately, you don't want to lead the Lions with time left. If you want to get a touchdown, what you have to get, and you want to get it with as little time left in the game as possible. So getting AP involved might be a smart move here. Up the middle to Jarius Wright. It's going to be another huge 3rd down play. This Lions defense is not able to stop the Vikings so far on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think that you hit a great point there about trying to get AP involved because I think that we've heard about the Lions scoring quickly with big plays. It's a great offense. I wouldn't want to give them too much time.
No, they can do anything with very little time. So see what we got here. We'll play fake going to AP, throws it outside. Another risky throw. Guy's getting hit as soon as he catches the ball. It's going to be about a 5-yard gain there. But I wouldn't expect to see the Vikings moving with much urgency now. They only need to go 20 yards, and they have over a minute with all timeouts left. You chew the clock here. Don't give the Lions time with the ball. Make this drive the last drive of regulation, whether you win or lose here.
Yeah, and there we go with AP powering up the middle, picking up the first down.
Yep.
That's what we've wanted to see. Like you said, AP, big part of the of what you want to see, and also in trying to get the clock down here, and that was a great play.
Yeah, and getting this close now, they're on the 14. They only have one set of first downs left. From Teddy, I wouldn't want to see this ball snapped anytime above 40 seconds, because if they get the touchdown here, they're going to lead the Lions all through timeouts and a bit of time left to get this touchdown. So let's see what he does here. And looks like Teddy's looking around, throws up the middle again to Brian. It's going to be close to a first down. Probably give him 2nd and 1 here. It's only got 5 yards left. Great clock management here by Teddy and this Vikings offense. It seems as though this is going to be the last drive. That even if they get a touchdown now, there's so little time left for the Lions that they probably won't do anything. It's going to be handoff to AP up the middle, wide open touchdown.
That is huge.
Barring the extra point is good, 17-17, and I couldn't see the Lions. I could not see the Lions going for trying to get a field goal here. They do have 3 timeouts and 19 seconds left, so it is plausible that it could happen. But the risk of the turnover is just too high. I wouldn't take the chances, even though their offense has been so efficient as it is.
Yeah, I think if you had a little bit more time, you might try something, but I don't think that they should try to force it. They're good enough that they could take their chances in an overtime and have a better shot. But that last drive by the Vikings was great. Right at halftime, we talked about how they had a good drive, and they would need to do that again if they wanted to go down and score. And they had a great drive, and what they did was there was 2 big plays there where they ran AP right up the middle and had great success, got them a touchdown on a tie ball game.
Yep. And here we go. Let's see what Stafford and company does here on this drive here with 19 seconds on timeouts left. He is motioning his back out, so it looks like he is going to be passing the ball somewhere here, and he's going to take the sack. Anyone taking a timeout? No, it looks like both teams are going to let the clock tick and head into overtime here. We have a great game on our hands so far. Oh no, there we go. Detroit with a timeout. I wonder if they're going to try to bomb one deep here. But Vikings really improved their offense that last drive. It's been pretty stagnant so far. Not able to muster up a whole lot of anything against the Detroit Lions defense, and they got AP involved a little bit on a couple big plays on that last drive, and they got Teddy going a little bit. So I wonder if that momentum's going to carry over into overtime here, if we do see an overtime, barring a crazy play here. And don't take the sack by Stafford. Chucking it deep to Calvin. Almost picked off. Batted around. But it's going to be incomplete. I expect to see a QB kneel here. I don't think Stafford's going to take the chance again.
See, this could be risky if Stafford would get, sacked, fumbled. Maybe not now with 3 seconds left, but those first 2 plays were pretty risky.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Stafford wants to take the chance again. He's got a strong arm. He can throw it deep, but questionable play calling there, and it's going to be incomplete again. No one will get their hands on there, so we're going to OT here. Who are you taking?
I think that the Lions are going to come up big. You're either going to see a big defensive play from them, or you're going to see a very long, drawn-out drive by them. But I think the Lions are going to get it done.
Yeah, well, there we go. The coin toss has been made. Vikings won it. Vikings receive. So let's see if they can get something done here as Cordell Patterson takes a kick out of the back of the end zone, cuts it to the outside, able to get around the defender. It's a pretty decent return to the 28. The Vikings, they don't need to go too far to get into field goal range, and the field goal will give the Lions a chance to have the ball again. But if the Vikings score here, it's game over. So most importantly for Teddy and the Vikings offense, don't turn the ball over. at least get the ball going downfield and punt it so that the Lions have to actually drive down the field to win this game, because a field goal ends it if they turn it over. And there's going to be AP to the outside, only going to be a couple of yard gain. If he was able to get past that last tackler there, he had an easy first down and some to go.
I think that the Lions average 28 points a game. I think your defense has held up pretty well. As far as offense for the Vikings, the touchdown interception ratio is not very good. I think that you just try to play safer on the safer side of things, so you don't turn the ball over here.
Yeah, but definitely don't try to get too fancy, too conservative. And that's going to be a tackle for only 1 yard gain. Like I said, you don't want to make the risky throws and throw it into coverage and get a turnover, because that's basically game over. But you also don't want to really go 3 and out. I mean, they have a 3rd and 7, which is a pretty long third down. And if they don't get this, the Lions are going to have not great field position, but they're going to have pretty good. They'll probably end up finding somewhere between their 30 and 40, and they'll only to go minimal yards to get this in field goal range, which would ultimately end the game. See what Teddy sees here. He's going short over the middle. Mike Wallace able to hang on to it. Big third down conversion there. Kind of a risky throw. It seems to be a very common theme this game of seeing Teddy audibling his players into slant routes and hitting them on these big third down plays. Maybe it's something that on this drive that the Lions can pick up on and able to stop, because it seems to be that it's a common theme so far. Now we're going to have a 3 wide weak set for the Vikings. Big cut by AP. That was a nice play. And it's going to be about a 6 or 7 yard gain there.
Yeah, that cut there by AP would shook Haloti Nada up there, and AP was able to pick up 6 yards. That's a good run.
And that's why you give AP the ball, because in the face of pressure like that, he's able to make that quick cut, and he's able to get solid yards. Now we're going to have a 2nd and 4 here. See what the Vikings offense does. This Lions seem like they're stacking the box. Let's see what Teddy's audible and see what he's going into here. And we got a play action here. Oh, almost another sack. I think that was DeAndre Levy there. Luckily for Teddy, he was able to get the ball off in time, as he's done a couple times this game. That would have been a huge sack for them, but they still have a very manageable third down right here.
Yeah, they're very lucky to have the 3rd and 4. If that had been 3rd and 10 or something like that, it could have put a lot of pressure on Bridgewater.
Ton of pressure on him. So let's see if he's able to capitalize here on this 3rd and short. Throws it to Rudolph, falls behind the line. Let's make sure they give it to him here. Forward progress. No, they didn't. Wow, that is
huge.
That is huge. I can't believe they didn't give it to him there.
Yeah, it looked like he had caught it. On the north side of the first down line, but maybe
I believe it did as well. But
maybe the line is not as accurate as we believe.
Yeah, but here we go. We're gonna have Teddy and company back out here on 4th down. If they don't get this, it's pretty much the game. The Lions have to go very few yards. We're only pick up 1 first down to kick the game-winning field goal. So let's see what they do here. It's probably going to be a short pass, as they've done on many crucial plays. Let's see where they're looking. Jarius right up the middle. Oh, and he drops it. That is huge. This Vikings defense needs to come up clutch right now and hold the Lions to almost no yards in order to get this. Honestly though, I'm sorry.
That's a big drop. That's a big drop there. I mean, you've got it. You just got to hold on to the football, and your offense can keep rolling, but just couldn't come up with it. And now, like you said, the Lions have to go. They have a very short field in front of them to win the game.
Yeah, and as I mentioned on the previous third down attempt, I'm not surprised on what happened there. The Vikings have consistently made a pattern of going extremely short with these slants and drags on 3rd and crucial downs like that. And I think the Lions knew it was coming. They let them get it, and they came in there and they rocked the receiver, and they're able to knock the ball loose. So it looks like first play is going to be a pitch out to Abdul. Only going to be a 2 yard gain here. 2nd and 8. And I want to. All Stafford really needs is one play here, one big play, not even a big play, mediocre play to his receiver, and they're almost in field goal range as is. So don't get too conservative. Keep sticking with what's working with this passing game. We're gonna have a 2 wide set to the left, empty to the right here. Looks like Stafford might be hot routing a wide receiver, might be seeing something in the defense here. Takes his snap, sitting back in the pocket. Almost picked off. I couldn't tell for a second that it was picked off or caught, but it's Calvin Johnson. Of course it's going to be caught. He's able to bring it in for the first down, and they're almost in for field goal range already.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who had the ball there. I was, a little bit in between what was going on. Great catch by Calvin.
Yeah, and I think I can hear all the way in the booth up here the Vikings owner screaming there that Harrison Smith is not able to make a play, because with that run, that's pretty much seals this game up with a very short field goal at this point for the win. But Harrison Smith, being a veteran safety like you are, a great player in the league, one of the best, you have to make a play like that. I know it's against Calvin Johnson, but you had excellent positioning on the play. All you got to do is just get your hand in there and swat it down, and he was not able to do it, which ultimately decided this game right here.
Yeah, that's a big miss, and now they get the first down, and then they have a nice run by Abdullah there, puts them right at the 29. There's not a lot that they can do left. They're going to have a big play on defense in order to have a shot at this game again.
Yeah, the only thing that the Vikings can hope for here is that they're able to get pressure quick, and hit Abdullah in the backfield. Otherwise, this game seems to be over. But I think the Lions are settling for the field goal. They're just running Abdullah right up the middle to get a perfectly straight line for this kick. Let's see what they're calling here. Seems like they're coming out again here. I'd be really surprised to see a pass here. I would be extremely surprised. Right up the middle to Abdullah again. He's able to pick up the first down, and that's going to be right now we're looking at about a 42-yard field goal if they choose to kick it.
And, to talk about Abdullah again, he's lining up in the backfield, running right up the middle, and closing this game out. Something that he wasn't really into last year, but is doing it well this year.
Yes, he is. And we go Abdullah again up the middle. Going to be about 4 yards so far in the game with 15 carries, 53 yards. Nothing flashy, but as you mentioned earlier in the game, the stats are on the stat sheet, and that's going to be Abdullah picking up several first downs, being able to run between the tackles, and ultimately really open up this pass game for Matthew Stafford, which is proved to be crucial. And there we go, Abdullah again up the middle, going to be another 3-yard run here.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up.
I don't know when the Lions are kicking their field goal here. I would be a little shaky because they're giving the Vikings many opportunities to cause a fumble. All they need is the field goal and the game's over because the Vikings already had their drive.
Yep.
And there's the fourth down, so I guess we're going to see that field goal here. And this is going to be for the game. Vikings call a timeout.
Look at the excitement on the defensive side. This will be a field goal try for Hartley.
And they're lining up. Snap is good. Hold is good. He shanks it.
Oh!
What just
my!
happened? What was that?
Wow! Oh boy!
What was that? A shanked field goal.
That was.
I think the kicker's gonna be caught for this game. I don't know how he can stay in Detroit after just doing that. I don't even know what that was. That was terrible.
I mean, you weren't asking of a 56-yard field goal there. I mean, that was right down the middle. Not that big of a challenge. You got to wonder what happened there.
So now, what do the Vikings do here? Do they settle for the tie, or are they gonna chuck it up and hope someone comes down with it? But they could have a turnover, and then give that kicker a chance to redeem himself. Let's see what happens. Teddy is chucking it deep. He had a guy kind of well covered, but he could have been able to squeeze it in, but it's overthrown. So we have 23 seconds left. I don't really like the play call right there. I like the aggression. I like them trying to get downfield, but you still had 30 seconds left with a timeout. You don't need to streak everyone right away. You can get going down the field, move to the sidelines.
Yeah.
You only need to gain about 30 or 40 yards here. About 40 yards to get into field goal range. With a timeout in 30 seconds, it's definitely possible to do so. Let's see what Teddy does here. Oh, wow, almost picked off.
There's that risky throw that you can't make it at your own 26 because if that's a pick, they got a shot at another field goal.
Yeah, especially in a game like this where yardage speaking, it's been pretty similar, but I personally think the Vikings have really been outperformed in this game. They should be pretty happy to be walking out of here with a tie if that is how it ends.
I would agree with that. The only thing is that at 7-5, with a lot of teams at 8-5, that this might be winner, who knows for the Vikings. So they might not be thinking about what happens if you lose because they have an opportunity to win and they might be just trying to take it. So who knows what they're thinking about right now? But the Lions got 8 seconds here. Let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm definitely expecting the Vikings to come out in the prevent defense. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Lions maybe throw about a 10-yard pass here, short, and then maybe try to throw a corner route and get out of bounds with about 1 second on the following play and kick a long field goal. See what they do here. And that's going to be picked off.
Oh, boy.
He gets out of bounds with 1 second left. They're going to have a play.
That's a smart play to get out of bounds there.
That is a very smart play. That is a huge turnover. And if they went for the field goal here, it would be a 60-yard field goal. So let's see if they come out and line up in the field goal or if they're just going to chuck it into the end zone here.
That's a huge play. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think that the Vikings think their kicker quite has the leg to hit 60 yards. So I believe we're going to be seeing a Hail Mary here.
That would seem right. Not a whole lot of 60-yard plus field goals going through.
But there's a timeout there.
Let's see what they're going to do.
They want it. Nope, they're going to call a timeout again. And it looks like we'll probably be seeing that some kind of Hail Mary or deep pass here.
Yeah. Then that gives you a shot. If you don't think you can make the field goal, run your guys deep, throw up a ball, see what happens. Give you guys a shot.
Yeah, we've seen it before. It can happen. You can get lucky, have a ball tipped up, someone come down with it. Let's see if they have a player that's willing to go up and get this here. This is going to be the final play of the game. 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Teddy takes the snap, sits back in the pocket, chucks it deep to the single guy, and it almost looks like it was batted down into his hands, but he's not able to catch it. And it's going to be a tie. Can't say I was expecting to see a tie there.
Yeah.
Great game played by both teams.
That was a good game. You had a lot of things going on early that you weren't sure what the Vikings were doing, but they put together 2-3 really good drives that I was really impressed with, and they were able to make this a really good game.
Yeah, and our last thing here, as we always do, I know there's not a winning side, but I still think we need to have an NBL Live player of the game. And I had to give it to Matthew Stafford. I don't know if they cut the stream